on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. Going to keep you guys up to date here on YouTube every single day this summer with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. And if you didn't know, Manchester City's third kit for the upcoming season has dropped, and you can go and get yours with all your favourite players' names on the back of your shirt as well, or personalise your own custom made one as well using my link in the description, where Kitbag are going to be providing the Manchester City third shirt for you guys to go and check out. So I would appreciate anybody checking them out. That would be absolutely fantastic, and it does help to support the future content created here on my channel. I do like using Kitbag. I use them a lot, in particular for my NFL stuff, so I would recommend. So do go and check them out. Links and details, they are in the description. So we're going to crack on with this video. We've got some contract news. We've got the very latest on Pep Guardiola, who did an interview yesterday in New York City ahead of Manchester City's pre-season match with AC Milan this weekend. And Pep Guardiola made some interesting comments, including hinting at staying at Manchester City and signing a new contract. Now, through this interview, he said, "If you love what you do, why should I stop? I like it as much now as when Man City hired me, so let's go." Read into that what you would. Very positive news. Pep, sign on the dotted line. Let's get that contract extension sorted sooner rather than later. Anyway, moving on to the outs, we've got the very latest on Manchester City striker Julian Alvarez. Now, Sam Lee at The Athletic has reiterated once more that Julian Alvarez has told Man City that he wants to leave the club this summer. He wants to be a striker, starting as a striker and getting regular minutes as a striker. Striker here is the key word. He's one of Man City's most used players from last season, but he was being played out of position. Man City like to drop him deep, or they were using him as an alternative to Erling Haaland, especially when he was injured. He doesn't want to play second fiddle to Erling Haaland. He wants to be the main man. He wants to be the main striker. And because of that, he doesn't think he's going to displace Erling Haaland. He doesn't think Man City are going to change up their formation to play two strikers up top. So he wants to be playing as a regular striker. So he's now wanting to leave Manchester City and find another club. He wants to stay in Europe. He wants warmer climate. Everyone that comes to Manchester always complains of how wet, miserable, cloudy and cold it is. He's wanting warmer climate. I think he's hinting here at a move to Spain. However, clubs there can't afford him. Real Madrid, they can afford him. They've already spent big already this summer. They've already got world-class attackers where I think Alvarez, he'd just be a striker at every single club. I think the two clubs he'd maybe struggle to get regular playing time as a striker at would be Manchester City and Real Madrid. So Real Madrid not happening. Atletico Madrid are interested but can't afford him. Barcelona have no cash. Where does he go? Man City's asking price set very high. City looking at somewhere between 74 and 77 million pounds for Julian Alvarez. Now moving on, we've of course got the very latest on Ederson, and Fabrizio Romano has given an update on him today and said that talks are not progressing between Ittihad and Manchester City and Ederson. So because of that, there has to be some kind of compromise on the fee. Man City aren't budging. 50 to 60 million euros, looking at around 50 million pounds for Ederson to leave Manchester City this summer. Because it's so complicated, Al Ittihad don't want to pay that cash. Ederson struggling to force through the transfer to make it happen. Lots of rumours and lots of things are being said. There's lots of hearsay out there. Ederson's wife made a statement saying yesterday's news was fake news and it wasn't true. And the moment Al Ittihad are struggling to make that transfer happen, Al Nassr's transfer to make Ederson happen has already collapsed. It hasn't. It's stalled. It's not going to happen. Ederson would have preferred to stay in Europe. Same with the Alvarez situation. Nobody can afford Ederson. Stuck. What's going to happen? Who knows? Might need Ederson to hand in a transfer request, or Ederson to say, I'm going to stay at Manchester City. Sounds to me, though, like Al Ittihad's move for Ederson is going to stall very soon. Anyway, moving on to the ins, got the very latest on Crystal Palace man Eberechi Eze. Now, Michael Plant has said that Eze coming and being the heir to Kevin De Bruyne at Manchester City are misguided. He's saying it's not going to happen. Man City feel that with Kevin De Bruyne looking like he's going to be staying at Manchester City for this summer, with Phil Foden and James McAtee as well also in the squad, Man City don't need to add any more attacking midfielders, which means Eze this summer will not be happening, and I presume that that is the same stance with Dani Olmo as well, unless we see Kevin De Bruyne leave, which I'm 99% sure he's not going to leave this summer, or Julian Alvarez leaving Manchester City, where City may want to look for a more traditional attacking midfielder, rather, or someone who can play in central midfield and complement Man City's style of play and our formations that we like to play with Pep Guardiola, rather than signing an out-and-out striker. Could suit a little bit better, which could be someone like Eze, or it could be a Dani Olmo, but Julian Alvarez, I just don't see him leaving, so I just don't see this happening, and that's what Michael Plant's getting at here. Eze, Olmo, doesn't look like it is going to be happening, certainly not for this summer. And speaking of Kevin De Bruyne, we've had an update from Christian Falk when it comes to Jamal Musiala. Now, Christian Falk in Germany has said that Kevin De Bruyne's time with Manchester City is coming to an end. His days are numbered. Kevin De Bruyne, if he doesn't leave Manchester City this summer, he says that he will leave Man City next summer. Kevin De Bruyne's contract expires next summer, still not signed a new contract with Manchester City, and it is looking like he is going to do at least the next 12 months with Manchester City. And if Kevin De Bruyne leaves next summer, we will need a world-class replacement to be our engine runner in central midfield. We will need a player who is capable of changing the pace of the game, who can play them defence-splitting passes, who can create, who can score goals, who is majestic, who can do everything in midfield. And signing a midfield player like that is not going to be cheap at all. Now, Man City interested in Jamal Musiala, no surprise at all. Musiala would be the player that I would love to replace Kevin De Bruyne with at Manchester City. He would be very, very expensive, and I'm talking the kind of money where Man City sign nobody next summer other than Jamal Musiala. That's how expensive that transfer would be. I reckon you're looking at £140+ million, not euros, pounds. So I think that transfer automatically is very difficult. It's the calibre of player that I would be looking for. We missed out last summer on Jude Bellingham, a player that you could build your midfield around, so we're looking towards somebody else. We've got Phil Foden already here. He's going to need somebody to complement him, and someone like Musiala, I think, would suit Manchester City down to the ground. Would be very, very expensive, and if it means Man City not signing anybody next summer, then surely you'd be looking towards this summer, making sure the squad is sound as a pound, that next summer the only player that's leaving is Kevin De Bruyne, and the only player that you're signing is Jamal Musiala. Can Man City get everything else tied up by the time we hit transfer deadline day of this summer to potentially make this transfer more realistic? We'll have to wait and see. Still waiting on clarity for Yankuto, for João Cancelo, for Bernardo Silva, for Kyle Walker, for Kevin De Bruyne, for Julian Alvarez, and more. Lots of question marks. Very interesting transfer window. What's going to happen? Would love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. If Kevin De Bruyne leaves next summer, is Musiala the man that you want to replace him with? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Daily Manchester City transfer updates for you guys to stay up to date with here on YouTube throughout the whole summer transfer window. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Kitbag, where you can go and cop the new Manchester City third kit. You've got the new home kit on there as well. And when the away shirt does drop, it will be on there too. Do go and check them out. Links and details, they're in the description. And I'll see you all again religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.